Hello everyone, I'm Lauren Kana, and welcome to another Lorcana Pixelborn gameplay video. Today I'll be recording my side of the 1.7k online event hosted by Thea Beastie. I'm playing Ruby Sapphire as I anticipated in Friday's video, but I've made some changes to the deck after seeing another high-performing list. The most powerful thing this deck does is ramp and play a location, so to supplement the 4 McDuck Manors and 4 Fishbone Quills, I'm now playing 3 Motunui. This density of locations makes Hey Accidental Explorer a playable card, which also helps against the aggro matchup. Now on to round 1 of the tournament. And here we go, on the draw for round 1. Let's look at this hand. This Be Prepared can come back later, but I like the rest of these cards, so I'll just do that. And let's see what my opponent's on. Is this Ruby Amethyst or a different Amethyst deck? They pass. Let's start by inking a Queen of Hearts and playing a Pawpsicle. I'm going to save this Develop Your Brain until I know what my opponent's playing better. They ink another Snake and play a Cusco. So this looks like Ruby Amethyst. In that case, I will ink this Maleficent and play Motunui. They've already inked 2 snakes, so their ability to get a lot of power on the board is a little lower. They ink a Yzma and start challenging my Motunui. Oh, and they have a fox to finish it off. Okay. Well, that was a good turn for them. Let's see what we can do. I'm gonna ink this Queen of Hearts. Gonna play Fishbone Quill. I'm gonna quill away Develop Your Brain. And play another Pawpsicle. And pass. They ink that Cusco. Play a rabbit. And quest for 1. I'm gonna ink this Hey. Going to Fishbone Quill the Fishhook, and I'll play Gaston. Drawing a Maui. And I'll pass. Let's see what they have for an answer. They ink their Teeth and Ambitions. Do they have the one of Dragonfire that a lot of these decks play? Just a rabbit. And they quest with Fox and Rabbit. Okay, let's play this Maui to banish the Fox. And I will quill this Stitch. And quest for 3. They can send both rabbits into Gaston, which it looks like is what they're going to do. But that clears their board, which I'm fine with that. They have another rabbit. and a pass. So I'll play a McDuck Manor. I think I'm gonna Fishbone Quill this Be Prepared, just to play the second McDuck Manor as well. And I'll pass. I maybe should have thought about Pawpsicle and Maui, just so he doesn't get banished to a Tiefin Ambitions. Let's see if that comes back to bite me. Looks like they're just emptying their hand though. Or not, they still have 6 cards. Let's see what Grammatala can find me. Hades is pretty good. I will use one of my Pawpsicles on Maui. And then I'll have Maui challenge the rabbit. And I'll pass the turn. God, they have so many cards. They play a Maui of their own. Looks like they're going to challenge down one of my manors. Oh, no. Maleficent's going to challenge my Maui. And then the goat will challenge down the manor. And they ink a fidget to play a friends because they didn't have enough cards. Well, there's our draw engine, but I'm gonna trade Tala for goat, and I'm gonna Hades the Maui. The real goal now is that we trade 1 for 1, and this manor just gets me the last 11 lore I need. Which might be wishful thinking. There's the 1 for 1 I was expecting. I am not gonna Maleficent. I'm just gonna hire him. Sack this Pawpsicle. I will ink Hiram. And sure, I'll play Hey Hey. And move him to McDuck Manor to make them lose a lore. And pass. They're going after the manor. With one of the characters. So do they have a Maui to finish it off? That's what I'm guessing. Nope, just to be prepared. They play a fishhook. And pass. I will develop your brain. grab a new Hiram, play Hiram, sack the Fishbone Quill, see what we can draw. Just something to get on board. Second McDuck Manor counts. They play a Maui, which will challenge down one of my McDuck Manors. Maybe the untouched one with help of the fishhook. Yeah, that's what it does. And they have a snake to bounce the Maui. It's unfortunate. Well, I will just Medusa the snake. And quest for one. Now we can come down next turn and banish my manor. But I'll still have 2 characters and I just need to get 4 more lore before they get 15. Which I should be able to do, though they still have the card advantage. They ink a snake. And be prepared, okay. And now Maui. Yep. I could try playing the Popsicle to find ink, but that seems too greedy when I could just Maleficent. And pass. They Maleficent back. Maui's an answer to Maleficent. And Tamatoyo is pretty good. I'll pass here. They have the Dragon Fire for my Tamatoa. They play a goat. And quest Maleficent. I'm finally up on cards. Gonna start by playing a Popsicle. Then I'll play Be Prepared. And pass. They play a goat. I'll play a Tamatoa. And the Popsicle he draws. And pass. So they're in check. They have to answer my Tamatoa. Which they can. Hiram's pretty good. Drawing Maleficent and Develop. I'll play the Develop. I'm gonna grab the Talisman. I already have 2 Mauis. I can play the Talisman out now. And pass. We're way up on cards, they're up on board. We're barely up on lore. Huh. They give Goat the protection. That's a pretty good draw. I'll play it. I'll play Maui. I'll move Maui to Motunui. I'll challenge the Maleficent. Now I get to ink him and draw a card. I will quest, sacrifice a Pawpsicle, play Develop Your Brain, grab another Motunui, and move Hiram. Oh, I'm out of ink. Yeah, I'll just pass. I don't quite have them in check because I can only go up to 19 next turn. Can only go up to 18 next turn. Huh, they went for my Hiram and not for my Motunui. So let's see. I could play 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so this is what I'm gonna do. Gonna play Stitch. Gonna play the Fishhook. I'm going to give Stitch Evasive. I'm going to move Stitch to Motunui. And I'm gonna trade with the goat. Gives me an ink and a card. And then I'm gonna play Motunui. So this crab has to be able to answer my Motunui, which I can with the Fishhook. Goat gets them up to 16. Yep, they get rid of one of my Motunuis, as I expected. And Minnie. This is dangerous, because they only need another goat to win. Okay, so what I can do is I can Medusa the crab. Oh, that was the wrong one. I did Medusa Minnie. Because now I can't Maui. Oh, that was a mistake. But since I got rid of the crab and not the goat with Maleficent, this means they can only get up to 18 next turn, and a goat's not even lethal. So I think that was the right play. Then let me get out a McDuck Manor. And I'll play a Pawpsicle. Okay, that gives them 3 things they have to answer. Or they have to magically find 2 lore on their end. I guess a Be Prepared plus a goat. If they have Be Prepared plus goat, that's good enough. Or a plus spellbook. Oh, I'm frustrated by that one. Well, whatever. Into game 2, on the play this time. Let's send back Hades and Gaston and Talisman. Okay, I like this hand. It's gonna be Pawpsicle on 1. Heihei on 2 probably, and Watanui on 3. I will ink develop your brain and play a popsicle and pass. My opponent inks a fishhook and plays a mini. Yeah, so what I want is this fishbone quill. The extra fishbone quill can be ink. And Heihei can come down. They'll probably quest and then bounce for a snake, but this means if they don't have a snake, they can't just freely quest. They must have the snake. Yep. Well, I will counter by inking a Sumerian Talisman, playing a Matanui, and moving Heihei there. Costing them a lore, and then I will quest. And pass. They ink their mini. Cast of Friends. And quest. I will ink a fishhook, play a McDuck Manor, and get the trade. Because it's a trade that ramps me. They play a Maleficent, ink a dragon, and pass. I will also ink a dragon and play a Gaston. Drawing another Heihei, I think. No, probably develop your brain. That is higher upside. They ink their Yzma and play a Maui. That's kind of what I expected. Matanui goes down. And McDuck Manor takes 2. I will develop your brain. Draw another McDuck Manor. Ink Fishbone Quill. And play out my locations. And quest for 3. My opponent inks a Maleficent Dragon. Banishes my Gaston. And does 2 more to one of my McDuck Manors. And plays the spellbook and activates it. My turn up to 15. I'm gonna ink this Hey and play a Tamatoa. And pass. Down goes one of my Micduck Manors. 2 to Matanui. Madame Medusa, spellbook, but this is just lethal. I will Cost of Tamatoa, and we'll go to game 3. Okay, game 3, back on the draw. Let's look at this hand. I don't need 2 Fishbone Quill or 2 Hey. But they do make good ink. I'll definitely send the Fishbone Quill back. I'll keep the Hey to be ink. Hiram. We already have one. I will ink the Hey and pass. Yzma goes to the inkwell, and Cusco comes down. I will send the second Hiram to the inkwell and play my Hey. They ink a Fidget, play Friends, and pass. I will ink a Talisman, play a Fishbone Quill, quill my Stitch, and quest for 1. See what my opponent does on 4. They ink the Fox, play a Crab, and trade with my Hey. Okay. Pawpsicle. Gonna start by playing Pawpsicle. Gonna ink the Hades with Fishbone Quill. I'm gonna play Hiram and draw some cards off Pawpsicle. And I will ink this Maleficent and develop your brain. Draw another develop your brain. Pass. My opponent has a rabbit. They ink a Fidget. And quest for 1. I will start by... I'm just gonna Medusa the crab. And I will quill the develop. And then quest with Hiram and draw some more cards. And I can ink this Queen of Hearts. And pass. My opponent inks a mini. Plays a Maui. Which takes the banish on my Hiram. I think what I want to do here is... So I could Hades, banish the Maui, or I could Medusa, banish the Maui, play Matanui and Gaston. Or I could, what I think I'm going to do is play Matanui, move Madame Medusa, banish the Maui, get some free ink, and play a McDuck Manor. My opponent is going to banish my Matanui. Ink a snake. What else do they have? A goat. A fish hook. I would definitely want to Hades one of these 4 power characters, and I think it's the goat. I just want to have that extra lore accounted for. And I'll pass. Second Maui's pretty good. The second fox. They have a lot of power. So I think my best play is Fishhook. Give Hades evasive. Quest for 2. Then I'll develop your brain. Draw Matanui. And pass. There's no point in playing these characters when they're, or these locations when they're just gonna get banished. I could save them for when the board is clear. So if we can draw a Be Prepared. Like that. So I'll quest for 2. I'll Be Prepared. And I'll play out the Matanui. And pass. My opponent has so many cards. They've seen almost half their deck. They play Maleficent. And Mim. Challenge Matanui for 4. And play a goat. I will drag it down the goat. And pass. They banished my Matanui. Let's see what they play out of their very full hand. They be prepared, which I'm pretty okay with. They play Maleficent. I am going to lead with Gaston. Draw a Hiram. Play a Fishbone Quill. And pass. They Maleficent my Gaston. Ink Goat, thankfully. And play a snake to bounce the dragon. Okay. I will start with Hiram. Then turn the Fishbone Quill into cards. Then I'll play a Popsicle. And a McDuck Manor. And pass. Medusa answers my Hiram. And they send 5 into my manor. And play out a Pinocchio. I go to 11. I will play No, I can save Maleficent. I will play Maui. And run into the snake. And then I'll play another McDuck Manor. Because they're going to answer one of them. And I might as well give my Maui evasive. My opponent gives friends. They banish my McDuck Manor as expected. And do a little bit of damage to the next one. And cast Teeth and Ambitions to finish the Maui off. And play a Rafiki. This would be a great time to draw a Be Prepared. Maui's not bad. I'll play Maui. I'll banish the Medusa. I will give the Maui evasive. And pass. They're probably going to use their whole turn, or at least all of their characters, banishing my McDuck Manor. What are they going to do with their 11 ink? Play a Medusa with no target. Okay. So, I will Medusa the Maleficent. I will send Maui at Rafiki. And I will give Maui evasive. And pass. Take Pinocchio and my Medusa to trade our Medusas. And quest for one with Pinocchio. And play a mini. It's pretty good. I will sack Pawpsicle to heal Maui for 2. Then Maui will challenge Pinocchio. And I'll play a big crab. Get back Pawpsicle. Play Pawpsicle. Pass. So this should get the Maleficent Dragon out of my opponent's hand. So that I can Dragon back. Or be prepared. And a rabbit. Well, I'll play Tamatoa. Get back a Pawpsicle. Play a Pawpsicle. Ink the second Maui's fishhook to play another Pawpsicle. And pass. There's the Maleficent Dragon. Time for my Maleficent Dragon. And pass. Quest for one. Is this another be prepared? Or a goat? I think I like questing for 2 and playing a Gaston. Getting a be prepared. And sure, I'll give my Maleficent evasive. And pass. I've got them in check. But I'm sure in their 5 cards they can answer at least one of my characters. They sync friends, so maybe they're digging for an answer. Quest of Goat. Be prepared. Okay. They play a mini and a Rafiki. I guess I'm Maleficent here just to get something on the board. Or maybe I... Hey. No, because they're pretty close to winning the race, so I do have to Dragon the mini. And I think I'll ink a Fishbone Quill to also play the Hey. How many be prepareds have they gone through? 1, 2, 3. That's what I thought. So there's only 1 be prepared left in their deck. Do they have it? They have it. So now I know at least they can't be prepared for the rest of the game. And I'll play Gaston, who will draw on McDuck Manor, so I can play McDuck Manor, which once again puts them in check. They have a Maui to challenge the Manor. Are they going to play another character? Because I will happily be prepared after I gain my 3 lore. They have a snake to bounce the crab. Makes sense. And replay the crab. A Stitch. Well, I'm going to start by questioning. Gonna Maui, trade Mauis. And then I'm gonna give my Gaston Evasion. And pass. They have a Teeth and Ambitions. Do they have a second? Oh, they have a Fish Hook to give Evasive. Okay. They're staying alive. I'll play Matanui. I'll play Stitch. I'll move Stitch to Matanui. Just keep putting them in check. Yep, they see the line to answer my Matanui. And play Medusa to answer my Stitch. Queen of Hearts. Well, I'm gonna be prepared. And then I'll play my Queen of Hearts. What does my opponent have? A Dragonfire for my Queen of Hearts. Tamatoa. Get back a Fishbone Quill. Just gonna ink the quill and pass. Teeth and Ambitions. Snake. And that looks like a win for us. Alright, I'll see you for round 2. Round 2. Going second again. We'll keep track of that throughout this tournament. Let's see. This is not a great hand. Gaston and Gaston can definitely go back. One of these Maleficents can go back. The other will be Ink. And Fishhook can go back. Okay. This is a hand. We're playing against Emerald. Emerald aggressive, it looks like. So maybe Emerald Amethyst? Regardless, we'll ink this Maleficent and pass the turn. They ink a beast, so Emerald Steel. Ursula's gonna whiff when she looks at my hand. And they'll quest for 2 for Merfolk. Okay, I'm gonna ink one of the McDuck Manors. Gonna rush out a Queen of Hearts. Challenge the Cursed Merfolk. Discard Hades. And pass. And Ursula gets inked to play the big Ursula. I will ink a Queen of Hearts to play a Hey Hey. And sure, I will challenge this Ursula. Let's see what the Singer Ursula can do. How much damage it will do. Oof, Prince John and visits the Sun Chill. Yeah, that's real bad. Discard Mana Medusa. And the McDuck Manor. Okay, so here we want to Matanui. We want to move Hey Hey to Matanui. Hey Hey will trade with Ursula. And then I'll ink Hey Hey. No. It's gotta be McDuck Manor. I'll ink McDuck Manor to move Queen of Hearts to Matanui to banish the smaller Ursula. Okay, we've got our ink under us. They're a little ahead on board and way ahead on cards. Fishbone Quill. I'm gonna play Hey Hey. Gonna move him to Matanui. And I'll just keep this Fishbone Quill in my hand to make the Flint Rider a little smaller. Let the Storm Rage on my chicken. Keep getting ink. Sudden Chill, so I should have just played the Fishbone Quill, but I couldn't know that. The Incomorph. And play a Robin Hood. I'll just play the second Matanui and pass. Beast. I just really need to be prepared. And there it is. Okay, this game is back to even. They have a huge lore advantage, but I have the only things on board. And they have a little bit of a card advantage on me. I'll play a Popsicle. And Madame Medusa is a good answer to Flint Rider. Pass. You play a Bucky with the Storm Rage on. There's no point in holding on to this. Oh, I can't even play it. I'll just ink it. And I'll quest with Medusa. They've got a beast. My turn. Start with develop your brain. Guess I'll... Hey, making them lose a lore each turn is actually pretty good. As weird as that sounds to take it over Hiram, I'm pretty sure it's right. That Flynn Rider's gonna be a problem. Okay, they're at 17. I need something good. That's... Yeah, I'll play Hiram. Can play Queen of Hearts. Can banish Bucky. Can move Hey to make them lose a lore. And I can banish Beast. But this still gives them 3, 4. Yep, this still gives them 4, so I will concede. Tough match to be on the draw for. But my opponent declined a rematch. Okay, figure that out. I'm back in, I'm going first. Let's look at this hand. This Be Prepared is going to be really helpful, but I don't think I need 2. And the rest of these cards are pretty good at getting me there. Maybe not Medusa. If they're going to have Flynn, Medusa's really good. Yeah, I'll just send 1 Be Prepared back. If I knew I would draw Medusa, I would have sent Medusa back too. Alright, let's ink a Sumerian Talisman. And play a Pawpsicle. And pass. They ink a Flynn. And play a Curse Merfolk. I will ink a Queen of Hearts. And play a Hey. They ink Robin Hood. Oh, and there goes my Be Prepared. That's rough. Okay, I will ink a Hey. Actually, I can't really afford to Fishbone Quill. So I will just challenge and discard a Medusa. And pass. Oh, it didn't take my pass. They ink an Ursula, play a big Ursula, and pass. Well, I'll ink a Maleficent. And I will quest with Hey. And pass. I'm expecting to get sudden chilled. Yep. I'll discard my fishbone quill. I think I need this Medusa. I don't know how I'm going to get the ink for it, but I need it. That's why I need it. Gaston does not help, but I will banish the Singer Ursula. And pass. The quest for 3. Play another Flynn Rider. Well, there's my 5th ink. I'll pass. They get to quest for 5. Ink and Ursula. Play another Flynn. Okay, it's getting ridiculous. I will ink a Maui and banish one of the Flynn Riders. But now they have 7 ink. 9 if they can make me discard, which they can't, thankfully. But I can't draw both a Be Prepared and ink for it on this turn. Yeah, so that's going to be game. Wow, that was a really quick round after a long first round. Well, I'll see you for round 3. Here for round 3, let's look at this hand. Hades can definitely go back, as well as the second Sumerian Talisman. This Stitch I'm going to keep just because if it's good, it's good. If it's not, I have a Fishbone Quill. Alright, let's send one of these chickens to the inkwell and play Develop Your Brain. I'll grab another Develop Your Brain and pass. They ink a Maleficent, so we're playing against a Ruby. Is it the Mirror or is it Ruby Amethyst? Who knows? I'm gonna start with the with the Develop Your Brain. Grab a fish. I think these are great. Grab a fish hook. Ink a Fishbone Quill. And pass. Okay, so it's the mirror match. The ink a Tamatoa. And play a Hey. I will ink a Talisman. Play a Fishbone Quill. And ink this Stitch. And play a Pawpsicle. And pass. I'm not too worried about their Hey. So the fact that they have Hey means they're on the build like me that has Matanui in addition to McDuck Manor. They ink a second Tamatoa and play Matanui. Yep. They're gonna move there or wait for me to have a lore? Gonna wait for me to have a lore, apparently. I think I'm gonna ink this fish hook. I'm gonna play Matanui. And I'm gonna play Hey. And they're waiting to get the lore. I just want to make sure that if this gets banished, I get my ink. So I will move it and pass. My opponent inks a Hey, plays a Stitch. And they're going to challenge down my Matanui. And move both their characters to Matanui. Okay, let's start with a Hiram. Banish a Pawpsicle. Ink one of these Maleficents. And I'll send into their Matanui. And pass. So they trade Stitch for my Hey, and they get an ink out of it. They play a Pawpsicle. And a Fishbone Quill, which they activate. Catch up completely on ink. And they quest for one. McDuck Manor. I'm just gonna start by questing and drawing some cards. Maui's a good one. But I think I'd rather Gaston. I'll draw a Hades. No, I'll draw a Pawpsicle. I have a Hiram in play. I'd rather draw 3 cards. I'll ink a Maleficent and play the Pawpsicle. And I'll pass. Medusa to banish my Hiram. And a quest for 1. Medusa of my own. I'll start by playing Maui. And I'll banish the Matanui. Then I think I play Queen of Hearts to banish the Hey. And quest for 3. My opponent will definitely trade Medusa for Gaston. I assume they will. They're thinking about it, though. Oh, okay, they could have a Maui of their own. What's this Medusa gonna do? Just quest for 1. Makes sense. I'll start with a Develop Your Brain. I'll grab... I think the Maui is more important just to challenge their McDuck manners. Maui will banish Medusa. And then I'll play McDuck Manor out. See if they choose to put 6 damage on the manor or trade with my Maui. They should put 6 damage on my mansion. Queen of Hearts, that makes sense. Okay, well, I can't let them draw more cards with Hiram. And I don't want them banishing my McDuck Manor, so I'm just gonna be prepared. And I'm gonna keep both of these. I'm just gonna pass. They ink a Fishbone Quill. Play Tamatoa. Tamatoa is a problem. I think I could Wrath, but I think I can let them gain 2 or 3. What I want to do is draw some cards here. I'm going to play the Sumerian Talisman. And pass. Should be a Pawpsicle, yep. Another Pawpsicle, okay. They can gain 4 this turn. Or they can challenge my McDuck Manor. I would like them to quest for 4. And not challenge my McDuck Manor. Or Maui can challenge my manor and they can still quest for 4. Well, we got an extra card out of the Be Prepared, was which I really wanted to do. Another Maui. A quest with Hiram. Manage the Talisman. Draw some cards. I'll play Be Prepared. And I think at this point it's probably safe to ink a Maui. We gotta get up to 8 for this Tamatoa. They've got a McDuck and a Fishbone Quill. So I think, yeah, I'm gonna ink Queen of Hearts. Gonna play Maui and Stitch and Motunui. And Maui and Stitch will both trade into McDuck Manor. And I'll pass. My opponent plays out a Hey and passes. Okay. So now we appear to be in a pretty commanding position. I'll start with a Tamatoa. Get a Pawpsicle. Play a Pawpsicle. Maleficent Dragon's good. I'll quest for 1 with Stitch. And, yeah, pass. Kind of expecting to be prepared for my opponent, especially now that they've quested. Yep. It's okay, we've got a Gaston to rebuild. play a Gaston. Grab Maleficent. Or no, we have a Maleficent and 2 Mana Medusas. I'm gonna grab a Gaston. I'll move my Gaston to Matanui, and I'll pass. They have a Maui, which will banish my Matanui. And pass. Well, I don't want Maui to banish my Gaston, so I will just play Maleficent, banish their Maui, and quest for 3. And pass. Our hand is pretty stacked, so even when this is a Be Prepared, which is what I was expecting, we get to Gaston or Tamatoa next turn. Probably Tamatoa. Tamatoa get back a Pawpsicle, play a Pawpsicle, and pass. Oh, Tremaine. I'm not playing that card. But it's good here. It'll run into one of my 3 Medusas, but it did get the banish from Tamatoa. Play Medusa, banish Lady Tremaine. Play Hey Hey in case they have another Tremaine. And pass. Third Be Prepared from them. I think that one was a little preemptive. I'll play Gaston. Grab McDuck Manor, or... yeah, grab McDuck Manor. Ink a Fishhook to play the Manor. And this puts my opponent in check. They have to answer something. Dig in for a card of Pawpsicle. And my opponent concedes. Time for game 2. Game 2. Look at this hand. Maleficent. Tamatoa. This hand is pretty good. I'm gonna send Maleficent and Tamatoa back. Nah, just Tamatoa. Maleficent will be my first ink. I did that wrong, but okay. Tamatoa will be my first ink then. Let's see what my opponent has. A Hey Hey. And nothing. I'll ink Tamatoa and play Develop Your Brain. I have 1 mana already, but it's a ways away from wanting to be prepared. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the mana and pass. My opponent inks to Develop Your Brain to play a Hey Hey. I will ink a Queen of Hearts to play a Hey Hey. And pass. My opponent's on Heart of Defeaty, so they're probably not on Sumerian Talisman. They play a Fishbone Quill and quill something, I assume. Please quest. Yes, good. That's what I wanted them to do. So I can Inka Tamatoa, play a Matanui, move to Matanui, make them lose the lore they just got, and challenge and keep pace on the ink race. I'll pass. They ink something with Quill? Is this to play a Maui? Yep, they play a Maui. I will ink a Hiram now that I have two of them. And I'll trade Mauis. And I'll pass. They have the Hiram. Okay, this game's gonna get hard. Because they're gonna have a big card advantage. In addition to the ink advantage. I'm gonna start with a developer brain. Get a Pawpsicle. Ink Hey. Play a Pawpsicle. And play a McDuck Manor. They don't have a good answer to McDuck Manor on board. They're down one Maui. But they have the second Maui, which is unfortunate, but McDuck Manor lives a turn. They draw some cards off their Fishbone Quill. The Inca Hiram. They're gonna play something else out? No. Okay, we'll keep answering Maui with Maui. I'll Inca Hiram because I don't need two. I'll play Maui. But I should banish. Okay, I should banish Hiram. They're going to banish my McDuck, then I'll banish Maui. And I'll play a second McDuck Manor. So, it'll work out. Yeah, Maui banishes my McDuck Manor. They play Gaston. Fishbone Quill. That's an easy ink, so I can play both of my 4-drops. Start with Hiram. Be Prepared is good, Dragon is good. Play McDuck Manor. I'll trade Mauis. This puts them in an awkward position of deciding if they want to put 4 damage on my McDuck Manor or gain 3 lore. They have a manor of their own. They play Develop Your Brain. Looking for some card selection. They choose to quest with Gaston. My turn. I will... I'm debating between questing with Hiram and putting 1 damage on McDuck Manor. The 1 damage might matter, so that's what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to be prepared. And pass. They have a Gaston as a follow-up. I'm definitely feeling behind this game. They have so many cards. But they pass. I will ink a Fishbone Quill and play Maleficent to banish the Gaston. And pass. My opponent inks the Queen of Hearts, plays a Tamatoa, Are you gonna ink something to play the Popsicle? No. Fish Hook is good. I'll play the Fish Hook. I'll give Maleficent +3. And I'll banish the McDuck Manor. And then I'll play Hiram. And banish my Fish Hook to draw some cards. And pass. My opponent plays the 3rd Maui to banish my Maleficent. And a Popsicle to buff their Tamatoa. They quest for 2. Get back a Fishbone Quill. They're gonna play it. They're really debating what to do. They play a Mickey Mouse. Okay. My turn. Tomato is not bad. Yeah, Tomato is pretty good because I can get back a popsicle, play it, and immediately quest with Hiram. And draw even more cards. And I'll pass. Let's see what my opponent has. A Stitch into my McDuck Manor, so everyone into my McDuck Manor. That's okay. And a Be Prepared. Okay. I get to lead on a Gaston. Draw Hades. Let's just answer everything we play for the rest of the game. Play a Popsicle. And play a Hey Hey. And pass. They play a Popsicle. Hiram. And a McDuck Manor. That works. I'll play Maui. I'll play his Fishhook. I'll give him +3. I'll attack the McDuck Manor. And then I'll quest with my other two characters. And pass. They play a Popsicle. They get to keep just drawing all the cards. They have a Maui, which will probably banish my Gaston, yep. A Medusa to banish my Hey Hey. And they quest for 1 and draw more cards. I will Maui the Hiram. Hades. The Medusa because I can stitch the Maui. And I'll activate Fishhook, giving Hades evasive. Don't think it matters, but it's free to do, so might as well be clean and do it. A Medusa for my Hades. And a Lucky Dime. I am not on the Lucky Dime. I don't think it's good, personally. I'll start by playing Develop Your Brain. Grab a Matanui. I think here I play Matanui. Move Maui to Matanui. Play a Sumerian Talisman. Give Maui Evasive. And pass. We have a Tamatoa. And a Pawpsicle. And they lucky dime for a bunch. My turn. I draw a Fishbone Quill. I am just going to be prepared. Send Maui to the Inkwell and send Fishbone Quill to the Inkwell. And pass. This game is really close. They have a McDuck Manor. And a second lucky dime. So I'm in a lot of trouble. Start with Pawpsicle. I have to play out this Hades and hope that I get one more turn. But if they have a 2-lore character, they win. And that's a 2-lore character. Alright, let's go to game 3. And game 3, let's see if we can win the rubber match. A couple too many items, but other than that, this is pretty good. I'll ink the Tamatoa and play a Pawpsicle. And pass. So this will probably be a Matanui on 2. And figure it out from there. They have a Pawpsicle as well. Sumerian Talisman will be my ink for turn. Yep, we'll play Matanui. They ink a Maleficent. Play a Matanui of their own. Pass. I think I ink the Queen of Hearts. Play Stitch. Play Develop Your Brain. Get a Pawpsicle. And challenge Matanui. I just need them not to have a Queen of Hearts here. They ink a Hey and play a Fishbone Quill. Okay, so we get to answer the Matanui. Maleficent Dragon will be inked. Stitch will get the banish that he wanted. And I'll play... Actually, on this empty board, they can get... Yeah, I'm going to play McDuck Manor. And pass. Like, they can play Hades this turn and banish my Matanui, but that still leaves me with a McDuck Manor. They have had Maui on 5 ink every game. I'll start with a Hiram. Draw some cards. I'll ink. So far away from this Maleficent. I'll ink Maleficent to play another Popsicle. And I'll Quest of Stitch because I think it's pretty free, because I'm pretty sure Maui's just going into McDuck Manor. They ink their McDuck Manor to play a Madame Medusa to banish my Hiram. And sure enough, send Maui into McDuck Manor. My turn. Gonna play Queen of Hearts, or ink Queen of Hearts. Play Hey Hey. Make them lose their lore. Quest of Stitch. And play a Fishbone Quill. Maui banishes the McDuck Manor, and Medusa banishes my Stitch. Not what I expected. And they play a Hiram. Good. I was hoping they would play something into my Be Prepared, because just the Medusa and the Maui was a little light. They're going to develop their brain. They ink a Fishbone Quill, and pass. Medusa's interesting. I could Medusa the Hiram. Quest of Hey Hey. Let them get one. Yeah, I think I like that. Or even I can banish Hiram here. I can send Hey Hey into Madame Medusa. And now the board, I think, was pretty even. And I didn't have to use a Be Prepared yet. They have a Tremaine. And develop your brain. We draw some Marian Talisman, which I will ink and Be Prepared. And pass. They just play a Maui. Gonna ink my Be Prepared to get closer to this Maleficent. And pass. They ink something with Quill, and play a Hiram. And a Mickey. I will ink the Stitch to play Maleficent and banish the Maui. Let's see if they have an answer to my Maleficent. They have one of their own. We're pretty far behind this game. We need to draw something good. Maui's okay. Maui will banish Hiram and threaten Maleficent. They have a Maui of their own. They're so good at drawing Maui. Is that 3 again this game? Yep. 3 again. Fishbone Quill is not what we want. Gaston is real good. Let's see if we can draw Be Prepared. They tie up the game. We draw another Fishbone Quill. I'll ink it. They've got a lucky dime now. This game is pretty much lost. Because they can quest for 6, 9. Guess we still have a chance to draw and to Be Prepared. But that's not it. So, they win. We're going to drop down to 1-2. I'm going to keep playing just for fun. But, yeah, my hopes of top 8 are dead. I'll see you for round 4. Round 4. Don't know what we're playing against, of course, so just need to plan for everything. I'm going to send Hades back. I'm going to keep the rest. They'll either be ink or I'll play them. Grab a Maui. That's good. It's a good mid-game card to go with our early game that we have a lot of. Looks like another mirror match. The Inca McDuck Manor. I'll ink this Maleficent. And play Develop Your Brain. I'll take Matanui. And pass. Oh, it's not a mirror. It's blue sapphire, or it's blue steel with McDuck Manors. Okay. Given that, I'm going to ink this Queen of Hearts and play a Hey Hey. Just to challenge this Mr. Smee. They ink a Hiram and play a Mickey Mouse. So we're going to have to try to keep pace on the lore game, or on the ink game. But here I think the play is ink Grammatala, play Matanui, move Hey Hey there, they lose the lore, then trade with Smee. And I gain an ink. And pass. play a McDuck Manor. Ink, develop your brain. Quest for 1. Well, I will ink Sumerian Talisman to play a Maui and start pressuring the manor. They play another Mickey and quest. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good. We're about to answer the McDuck Manor and play one of our own. They're steel, so they might have Whole New World, so I'm going to try and get this fish quill into play next turn. So I'll ink the Sumerian Talisman and pass. They have Tinkerbell and quest with their mice. I will ink a Maui to get McDuck Manor and Fishbone Quill both in play. And I'll start eating these Mickey Mouses with my Maui. Pass. They have a Long Cape Zeus for my Maui. Oh no, for one of my McDuck Manors. Okay. I will start with Gaston. Draw a Hiram. Is that right? I think that's right. Maui will trade with Tinkerbell. And I'll play Develop Your Brain. Grab a Popsicle. And pass. My opponent has a Fishbone Quill. So now it's kind of like a race to empty your hand, so a Whole New World benefits both of us. My turn. Gonna play Popsicle. Draw a card. Gonna play Hiram. Draw 2 cards by sacking the Popsicle. Going to ink a Be Prepared, ink a Maui's Fishhook, and play a second McDuck Manor. There's no sweeper, like there's no mass removal for locations. So I'm feeling pretty good. Like they could have a Rise of the Titans and banish one of mine, but no. Alright, we're going into game 2. Game 2 on the draw. This Stitch might be helpful against just me. I don't need 2 Fishbone Quills. I don't need Tamatoa right away. They ink a Captain Hook to play Develop Your Brain. Gonna ink Maui's Fishhook to also play Develop Your Brain. I have a Fishhook, so I'll take the Talisman. And pass. My opponent inks. What did they ink? Oh, it doesn't show me in this. So I missed what they inked, but they just passed. Given that, I think I ink the Talisman and play out a Matanui. Just start gaining that passive lore. They ink Hiram. Play a Fishbone Quill. Send a Mystery Guard to the Inkwell. I will ink a Fishbone Quill. Play a Fishbone Quill. And ink Stitch. Have to keep up on ink. They ink a Hiram. Play a Beast. I will ink a Queen of Hearts. Fishbone Quill, a Hey Hey. Then play Madame Medusa to banish the beast. Along came Zeus for my Matanui. And ink something with Fishbone Quill. And get rid of a Rise of the Titans. That's surprising, because that card is very good against me. I will Fishbone Quill this Grammatala. Play Hiram. And turn my Fishbone Quill into 2 new cards. Play the Pawpsicle. Ink the Hiram. And quest for 1. They look like they're prepping to open the world. But we'll see what they do. Nope, just a Gaston. Maui. I'm gonna start by questing. Draw on some more cards. I'll play McDuck Manor. I'll play a Fishbone Quill. And I'll quest with Medusa. They play another Pawpsicle. Play a Cogsworth. And quest for 3. And Fishbone Quill something. Gaston of my own. Okay. I'm gonna start by playing Maui. Maui is going to banish Gaston. I think at this point I can quill my Be Prepared. And Quest of Hiram, draw some more cards. Play Maui's Fishhook. Quest with Medusa. And I will give Maui Evasive. And pass. My opponent's down to 2 cards, one of which is a beast, but I have the Madame Medusa for that, assuming the other one is not a whole new world. Which it doesn't look like, because they quest with Cogsworth. And they just send their last card to the Inkwell. Okay, well, we'll start with the Madame Medusa. To banish the beast. Then I'll just send Maui into Cogsworth. I'll ink a Queen of Hearts. Do some questioning. Hiram is not going to draw cards. I like having this fish hook. Speaking of which, I will give Hiram evasion. And then along came Zeus for one of my Medusas, or my McDuck. Okay, one of my Medusas is down. Then pass. I will quest for 2. And play a McDuck Manor. Give Hiram evasion, or evasive, and pass. I think this is going to be game. They have a McDuck Manor, which is not enough. Alright, we won 2-0. I'll see you back for round 5.